don't have a name. I used to have one, and a lot of people would like to know what it is. Some call me Trilby, and as a name it suffices. I've been called many things. A burglar, a hoodlum, a criminal. I prefer to think of myself as a gentleman thief. And tonight I've something potentially very rewarding in store. My fence phones me in the middle of the night and asks if I know about Defoe Manor. Apparently, the last of the Defoe line has obligingly died without heirs, leaving all the family valuables up for grabs. The lawyers have got the place locked up tight, of course, but that's never stopped me before. And the place is, of course, deserted. Yes, this should be a painless and rewarding evening's entertainment. Hello everyone, and welcome to Let's Play 5 Days a Stranger, developed by Ben Croshaw, aka Yahtzee of Zero Punctuation fame. Did you know he made his own video games? Well, now you do. This is actually the special edition created as a donation-only bonus originally, but since made available for free. The games are all hosted on his site, fullyremblematic.com, but the special edition links seem to be down at the time of this recording. And for those of you wondering why I'm doing this series again, and yes, it is a 4-part series, the original playthrough was recorded in poor quality, and I'd much rather do these games justice. I will not be doing the author's commentary for this Let's Play, as it can be rather spoilery. If you get the special editions, though, I recommend playing with that on, once you've played the full series without it first. Otherwise, you will be spoiled to later events in the game. I will also showcase the interview at the end of this Let's Play. All that said, let's play 5 Days a Stranger. Day 1. And the gentleman thief makes his entrance. The interface is fairly simple. The walk icon obviously moves you around. The eye icon allows you to search things. For example, this cabinet. It's an empty glass-fronted cabinet. The hand icon, well, it allows you to interact with your environment in various ways. For example, I can see from here that it's empty. Now, if there were, say, something in there, he could have, say, picked it up. You can also walk using the hand icon, which I tend to do because that way if I need to open a door, I don't have to suddenly shift things around. And later on, well, you can talk to people. Aren't I already talking to myself? Yeah, about that. So, let's take a look around. The kind of books the middle class keep around themselves in order to appear learned. A safe. An Armstrong 14 steel safe. I can crack these in my sleep. A painting. A rather dreadful portrait of a woman, early Victorian style, and I notice a wedding band on her finger. This must be the wife of the mansion's first owner. Ooh, there's some background noise there. It doesn't seem like a Victorian fixture. Must be an addition made by the most recent tenant. Certificates. Bachelor of Law awarded to Clarence Defoe by the University of Warwick. Clarence Defoe was the last owner of the house who recently died, and I think I'd just lost whatever sympathy I had for him. And of course, I have to show this off. It's a door. Well, yeah, that's just a door. It's another door. It's what we in the trade call a door. It's a large rectangular piece of wood used to fill large ungainly holes in walls. This is all true. It's a door. What more is there to say? As you have probably already figured out, this is a door. My keen senses tell me that this is a door. Is this a door I see before me? It's larger than a window and smaller than a garage, so I guess it's a door. I think of all the doors I've seen here, this is by far the best. I take it back. This is the best door in the whole house. I used to go out with a girl who had a door just like that. Have I already told you about the girl who had a door just like that? Her name was Patricia. She had eyes like sapphires, hair like a fountain of night, and the most incredible pair of of earrings I had ever seen. Anyway, she left me for the lead singer of The Doors, which explains why the store reminds me of her, I suppose. Sorry, I have a tendency to ramble when players won't stop looking at the bloody doors. Yeah, a little bit of a gag based on the tendency of players to kind of over-examine their surroundings or to keep looking at the exact same thing. Anyway, that joke out of the way, let's do what we came here to do. Damn! Empty. Guess the family solicitor got here first. Well, that's not going to work out too well. Out the window we go! It won't open. It must have been jarred shut somehow. Well, I guess I have to take the old-fashioned way out. Also, I want to apologize in advance for my bad English accent. It will fluctuate, as it is not my native accent. Well, let's make our way out of here. What? Oh, no, no! Stay away from me! Stay away! What the? What got into him? Oh, wait. I keep forgetting I'm wearing this thing. But who the hell was that guy? I was under the impression this house was empty. Who was he indeed? Maybe this window works. Jammed shut. Maybe another window. Locked. 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 I'm sensing a pattern here. Well, at least the bathroom is open for us. A very understated mirror. It's a sink. Beyond that, there's not much I can say about it. I hate bidets. They're so decadent. An immaculate porcelain lavatory. It's a shower curtain, or rather, a bath curtain. The bath is very clean and white, probably recently used. Well, there's another window. Let's give that one a shot, shall we? Jammed shut. Huh. Well, let's use the toilet. When I need it, I'll let you know. Yeah. Well, I guess that leaves, really only the front door. Yeah, let's get out of here. It's not a good idea to stick around the house you're trying to rob. No latch, no chain, no deadbolt. It doesn't even have a keyhole. So why won't the bloody thing open? This is becoming very tiresome. Well, we got a new room. I say these must be the main entrance doors. Hopefully they won't object to acting as an exit too. An ordinary telephone. Perhaps this could be my ticket out of here. Yeah, let's try calling maybe your friends or someone. Line's dead. Somehow I was expecting that. Let's see. Newspaper. Looks like an edition of the local rag. Should always keep abreast of day-to-day events. Alright, so to use your inventory, you right-click on the screen and it will bring up what you have. For example, and you can also interact with things in your inventory as well. For example, you can look at them. Let's look at the Grawley. My grappling hook launcher made to look like an umbrella. It is an invention of his own make, actually, and it's called a Grawley because it's a grappling hook brawly. Brawley being a nickname for umbrellas in the UK. But let's look at the newspaper. It's a copy of the local paper dated last Friday. Heir to Defoe Estates found dead. Sir Clarence Defoe, last of the long-running Defoe line, was found dead yesterday in his home. Defoe, 24, was found hanging from a tree in the front yard of the Defoe Manor. His recent bride, Julia Swanson Defoe, was also found dead in the mansion, apparently stabbed to death. Inspector Jacob Barnes, the officer in charge of the investigation, has closed the case. There's no mystery here, he said. Defoe killed his wife and then himself. We have already disproved the possibility of a third party. Sir Clarence's solicitor, Michael Cheesham, however, has gone on record questioning the inspector's judgment. The last I saw Sir Clarence, he was infinitely content. He would never have committed such an act. Plus, there was no suicide note. Huh. curiouser and curiouser. You can also technically walk with the eye icon. Now let's go poking around. Alright, here we have a new room. A Welsh dresser. How very bourgeois. Now this is what I call an antique. Nice finish. Probably fetch a decent amount if I can find the right dealer. It's a rather amateurish landscape. The signature identifies it as the work of Matthew Defoe, circa 1818. Straight from the Argos catalogue to your living room. Why that one in particular required him to speak out loud as opposed to in his thoughts, I don't know. Here we have a TV. Sony MH400. Some collector's value here. The MH400 was becoming defunct at around the same time as the Rubik's Cube. Let's see, VCR? It's just a plain old VCR. Well, I want it. Gimme. There doesn't seem to be a tape inside. Very well. Let's watch some television. Had no comment at this time. In other news, the society world is still shaken by the sudden death of Sir Clarence Defoe. Sir Clarence and his wife Julia were found dead last Thursday in Defoe Manor. Our correspondent Peter Toltrey has the report. It was just 4 weeks ago that this place was a buzz of activity as Sir Clarence Defoe moved in with his new bride, Julia Swanson Defoe. Now, after this shocking tragedy, the place is quiet as the tomb and empty of human life. Heh. Sir Clarence had only proven his attachment to the Defoe lineage almost 1 year ago. And since then had been renovating the long-abandoned family mansion in preparation for his marriage. The police have already declared the tragedy as a murder-suicide, though many have insisted that Sir Clarence was incapable of such an act. The debate rages on, while the fate of the house and family fortunes remains unclear. This is Peter Daltrey, BBC News, Defoe Manor. Thank you, Peter. Our top stories again. Minister... I hate television. I'm right there with you, Trilby. I'm not terribly fond of it either. Interesting that it only seems to really be letting in information about the outside world as viewing the Defoe Manor. Alright, well, what's in here? Hey! Oops. It's about time you showed up. I'm sorry? And, well, you should be. I've been stuck in this house for days. Where's the way out? I'm sorry, I don't understand. You are the guy who owns this place, right? No. Oh. So how'd you get in here? A window on the second floor. Is it still open? No, it jammed shut. Damn! Well, looks like the house has a new guest. I hope no more turn up. We've only got 5 chairs. If you'll excuse me, I've got work to do. Wait a minute. Yes? Who are you? Oh, I beg your pardon. Hardy is the name. Philip Hardy. Call me Phil. And you are? Trilby. Mr. Trilby, I'm afraid you are now a prisoner. Like me, like everyone else in the house. A prisoner? Don't ask me why, but once you get in, the house won't let you leave. I've tried all the doors and windows, none of them open. The garden wall's unclimbable, and I can't tunnel under it. But why? Who's keeping us here? Beats the hell out of me. Whoever it is, they will certainly not be safe from my fists once I get out of here. So if there's something you're not telling me, now would be a good time to get it off your chest. I assure you I am completely mystified. So how many more people are in this house? Only 3 more. First there's Jim, the youngest. He turned up just after I did. He's a good kid. Second, Simone Taylor. You probably know her off the telly. She's a correspondent for the BBC. She came here to make some kind of documentary, I think, but now she's stuck here with us. Lastly, there's AJ. Skinny bloke with a tash. He won't tell us who he is or where he came from. All I know, he's been here longer than anyone, nearly a whole week. I think I've already met him. Oh, what a heartwarming story. Anyway, why don't you see if you can track them all down? I'm calling a house meeting in the lounge. Spread the word. I trust you'll enjoy your stay at Defoe Manor, Mr. Trilby. I still don't understand. Just find the others and tell them to meet up in the lounge. We can discuss things properly then. Aha. Strange guy. Taking the intruder to this house thing rather calmly, actually. A stuffed tiger head, mounted in the act of snarling, presumably to justify its death in some small way. A very old sepia photograph of a man in explorer's gear, standing over a dead tiger. The label reads, Sir Roderick tames a vicious beast. That gun he's holding looks a lot like the one over the fireplace. I'm no expert on guns, but I think that's a late 18th century musket rifle, standard issue of the British Army of that period. A moose head? So it's not enough to kill animals in Africa. He has to come and do it in Canada, too. It's an ancient picture of two men in full hunting gear. The label reads, Sir Roderick and Costairs. Creaky house. This photograph portrays a native bear in an aggressive stance before a very wary-looking lion. The label reads, Savage versus Savage. A very old photograph of a small collection of straw huts. The label reads, A Native Village. Evidently someone fancies themselves as a big game hunter. Or maybe they just fancy themselves. A glass bell jar containing a rather hideous-looking wooden idol. Well, let's take it. Even if I wanted that ugly thing, which I don't, I'd have to break the glass to get to it. All right, Trilby, I get the point. You don't like it. Also, pardon my clearing my throat. That's odd. That picture looked different before, didn't it? Well, let's have a look around. Apparently there are other people here. Oh, hello. Unless I'm very much mistaken, it's Simone Taylor, television personality. But yes, since I have to use my voice a little bit more in this Let's Play than usual, gonna try and keep the airways clear. Alright, Simone. Pardon me, madam. What? Oh, hello. Philip mentioned we had a new guest. You're Simone Taylor, right? Yes, you must have seen me on the TV. And you are? Trilby. Got a first name? No. Hey, wait a second. Not the cat burglar, Trilby. Oh, wow! I presented a Crime Watch special on you once. Oh, man, I wish I had a camera right now. This could be huge. You wouldn't consent to an interview, would you? Madam, even if I did have a sudden retarding brain injury that would cause me to do so. Don't you think our apparent imprisonment is a slightly more urgent matter? Well, I admit I thought so the first day I was here. But I've been here 4 days now, and I really think I'm learning a lot about this place. If I could just get these infernal doors open. Philip's calling a house meeting in the lounge. Yes, it's so like him to do that when a new face appears. I'll see you later, Mr. Trilby. So we've been recognized. And like a gentleman, he waits for her to get off screen before doing anything else. Strange woman. He also waits until she's off screen to start commenting on how strange she is. A true gentleman, that. Alright. Well, we did already see AJ, so being able to find him shouldn't be too difficult. We'll recognize him at least on sight. It's a pleasantly professional quality portrait of a bearded man in a Victorian explorer's outfit. A little plaque at the bottom reads, Sir Roderick Defoe. A nicely varnished oak dining table, probably brought in from IKEA. And I'm going to take a wild guess that we can't open these windows either. Nice little kitchen. Evidently no one cares if I starve in this place. Okay. So there's no food? Oh, hey, look. A twig. Pick up sticks. Let's see. I'm not sure what to do with my... Yeah, if you click the hand on yourself. Locked. Can you break in the window? Don't any windows open in this stupid place? That was slightly more effeminate than I should be using for Trilby. Alright, so there's a pool. The water is deep and smells strongly of chlorine. It looks like the pipeline comes away from the pool and goes under the lawn. I wonder where it leads. Huh. Someone's done a real number on this lawn. Digging their way out? No, it seems more like they were looking for something. Very tall, very smooth, very sturdy. Well, yeah. Don't get dirt on your fingernails. No, I want you to... Okay, fine. Don't, but walk. Stupid. Yes, I did just call Trilby stupid. A large oak tree stands proud beside the house, the branches reaching all the way up to the roof. Let's climb the tree. Hey! What was that? Hey! Wait a second. I don't think the tree is talking. Is there someone up in the tree? Whoa, hello. Oh, hi. You're new. Have you come to set us free? No, apparently I'm a prisoner now, too. I'm guessing you must be Jim. What were you doing in the tree? I thought I might be able to get over the wall. But the tree's too far. And there's this ravine just outside the wall, too. So I understand, yes. Philip wants us all to meet up in the lounge. Oh, okay. I'll head there now, then. Pushing the tree makes the upper branches sway a little. What fun. Alright, well, there's no sign of AJ anywhere. By the way, in case you ever want to save, you can right-click and this brings up the interface right here. This is save, this is to load, and you can obviously quit from here too. But anyway, if you want to save, you click on that. You can type in whatever name you want. Yes. Alright. So, let's go through this door. Ah, our new arrival has graced us with his presence. I expect there's a lot you want to know. Join the club. So let me see if I've got this clear in my head. You're all trapped in this house by some invisible intelligence. Right. And you can't leave. Nope. And as soon as I entered, I became trapped too. Pretty much. Why? Why would anyone want to keep us prisoner here? Maybe they're just lonely. No, if they wanted company, they'd have shown themselves. Maybe they have. Maybe one of us is behind all this. Oh, don't be silly. Why would any of us want to trap a load of people here and pretend we didn't? I don't know, do I? I don't speak loony. We mustn't squabble amongst ourselves. Hampered by paranoia and suspicion, we'd only hinder each other. I suggest we assume for now that we four are all innocent. I agree with that. Humph. We 5, including AJ. Where is he, anyway? I couldn't find him anywhere. I saw him just after I arrived, but he ran away from me. Well, that's odd. Listen, Mr. Trilby, we work as a team in this house. That's how it's been since it started. So we all have to share information. No secrets. So, why did you come to this house? He's a cat burglar. Why do you even have to ask? Well, I didn't come here to take part in some bizarre Big Brother event, that's for sure. Is there anything you know about the house that would help? Anything at all? I doubt I know much more than any of you. All I know is the last heir just died, and it's supposed to be empty. Well, I guess you're not much of a help, then. But I suppose an extra pair of hands is always useful. I'm still not completely clear on a few details. Do I get to ask you all some questions now? Sure. Just ask any of us whatever you like. And this is where you get to interrogate and get to know everyone in this house with you. Sort of, anyway. Let's start with the closest to us, Simone. Miss Taylor. Yes? What do you know about the mansion? Well, I've heard some pretty disturbing stories about it. Here we go. There have been stories of weird happenings around it for decades. Ever since the first disappearance of the original owner and his son. People have gone missing in the area around the house more than anywhere else in the country. People from all walks of life. People like us. Don't say that! Also, pardon if there's some slippage between voices here. This is a lot to do all in one take. How did you come to be here? I only came down here for a documentary. There's been a lot of interest in old ghost stories lately. We figured something on Defoe Manor would pull in the ratings. And not because it would make interesting viewing. This is why I hate television. Excuse me, I was talking. I arrived here before the camera crew. I was supposed to wait for them, but I couldn't resist just taking a walk around the grounds. Next thing I knew, I was in the backyard. I looked all over, but I couldn't find a way back to the front. It was my own fault, really. Yes, it was. What happened to your camera crew? I've no idea. They probably just left when I never showed up. I'm sort of glad they didn't get mixed up in this, too. Quite. Tell me a bit about yourself. Why, that's so sweet of you to ask. We're in for it now. I'm a correspondent for the BBC, but you probably already knew that. I'm afraid I don't watch much television. Me either. Oh. Well, I do broadcast for the news, mainly. Sometimes I present documentaries or variety shows. Whenever I'm needed, really. I'm very much a Jill of all trades. That's all I wanted to know. Okay. Well, what about you, Jim? So, Jim. Yes? That's way too high for Jim. Yes? He's a teenage boy, not a girl. What do you know about the mansion? Not much. We could always just about see the roof over the playground wall. We all used to tell each other it was haunted. Why? Were there any stories or legends attached? Well, a friend of mine used to say a crazy hermit lived here, who killed people and ate them alive. Oh, well, I'm certainly reassured. How did you come to be here? It was so stupid. We climbed over the school wall at lunchtime. Why? It was a dare. We were going to see how long it would take the school to find us. Then we came across this old house, and Richard dared me to knock on the door. He bet me £1 I wouldn't do it. My school was like that. Broke my collarbone playing pylon once. Shut up, Philip. What happened next? Well, I was about to knock on the door, but it opened by itself. I heard Richard dare me to take a step inside. So you did, and the door closed behind you, and it wouldn't open again. Yeah. Your friends didn't call the police or anything? How should I know? I guess they didn't since nobody came. That was on Wednesday. The school probably knows I'm gone now. I see. Tell me a bit about yourself. Like what? I don't know. Where were you before you came here? I was at St. Trinian's boarding school, not far from here. Been there since I was 10. My parents move around a lot, you see. How old are you now? Nearly 16? That's all I wanted to know. Okay. Do a quick little save here. And the last person we are going to discuss anything with is Philip, Mr. Surly himself. Mr. Harty? Yes, Mr. Trilby. What do you know about the mansion? Plenty. I read an article in this month's Treasure Hunting Monthly. It was built by some explorer guy, Sir Roger Defoe, or something like that. His wife died giving birth. He and his son went missing some time later. Hell, maybe the article could tell you better than I could. I'll let you borrow it. Thanks. Just don't mess it up too much. It's for my scrapbook. Okie dokie. So how did you come to be here? Well, I came up here to look for some artifacts. And I'm sure you had the full consent of the Defoe solicitors to do so. Shut up. I just heard some of the old family tombs somewhere under the building. I mean really old. Anything inside probably doesn't belong to anyone, so finders keepers. I managed to call in a few favors to get over the ravine and the back wall. Then, of course, I couldn't get out again. How many people know you're here? A handful, I suppose. They wouldn't get suspicious till I go missing for months, though. So, tell me a bit about yourself. About me? Well, I'm in what you would call the import-export business. You're a thief. I am not a thief. I'm a treasure hunter. I only take what belongs to dead people. Since they're not using it, you know. Our new friend here, he's the thief. True, but also a gentleman. And I only take what I'm sure no one's using, too. I'm sure that's a great comfort to them. That's all I wanted to know. Righto. Anyone else see the pattern in all these stories? Which pattern would that be? Seems to me the house only traps people individually. It didn't try to trap Drim's friends, or Simone's camera crew. It's only letting us in one at a time. You're talking about the house like it's intelligent. Surely it's more likely that there's just some joker behind all this. Maybe. But how did they know we were coming? How did it know to leave a window open for me, risking one of you finding it? You think the house is haunted? I wouldn't use that word, but I definitely have a very odd feeling. Like we're being watched, I suppose. Yeah. Maybe this is one of Simone's rating winners. Excuse me? Well, locking up some people in a house against their will and secretly filming them? Sounds like natural reality TV progression. It's also highly illegal. Wouldn't stop some people. Where the hell has AJ got to, anyway? I was hoping he'd be here. He's been doing some research on the house that he was going to share it with us tonight. Maybe someone should go look for him. What, now? It's getting pretty late. I admit I'm beginning to feel tired. Yeah, me too. But what happened to AJ? I don't think there's any need to worry now. If he still hasn't turned up by morning, then we'll look for him. Oh, all right. But we look for him as soon as we get up. And that concludes day 1 of 5 Days a Stranger. Who or what has trapped these 5 strangers in this mansion. What purpose could they have? Where did AJ get off to anyway? Find out next time on Day 2 of Let's Play 5 Days a Stranger. Hope to see you then.